What's up, guys? I'm back with another movie review. Today I've got another Tony Danza classic for you. It's another one I got from a library. Stealing Christmas. This is supposed marketed as if it's some kind of fresh take on How the Grinch Stole Christmas. I don't know that I agree with that, but it does have kind of a bad guy who's maybe a good guy at heart, and it's at Christmas time, and that's about it. But Tony Danza stars as a not a terrible criminal, but not an altogether very good one either. He and his cohort try to rob a department store, and based on what happens in the movie, I don't know how in the world he ever intended to get away with it, but he manages to escape because he disguises himself in a Santa suit. But in order to get away, he has to distract everybody by throwing all the money, so he's got nothing to show for his, for his crime. He takes a bus out of town to kind of lay low for a while and winds up at a small town. And because he's wearing the Santa suit, he gets mistaken for the guy who's supposed to come to town to play Santa Claus at the local tree lot. And that's pretty much the premise here is, if you've seen Hallmark Christmas movies, you know this formula pretty well. Small town, local-owned business, woman who, is kind of gruff on the outside but, needs her heart melted. Guy who's kind of gruff on the outside but needs his heart melted. A little bit of light romance, a little bit of comedy, meddlesome, other meddlesome locals, I guess you could say. This is super formulaic, super predictable, but let's be honest, people who like these kind of movies like that, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's a certain comfort or familiarity. I mean, look at Hallmark. They put out hundreds of these things every year. They all have the small town, the light romance, the family-owned business, so on and so forth. I mean, people like that formula, so it's hard to knock movies for, keeping it going. Obviously, my interest in this movie is one thing and one thing only, and that's Tony Danza, baby. I love Tony Danza, so I had to see this movie. He plays pretty much himself. I mean, he's got that kind of tough guy persona, but he's also got he's a nice guy, heart of gold. Once you get past the, Tony Maselli exterior. Anyway, he's okay in it. Leah Thompson is in it, and actually she does a pretty good job. Betty White is in it. Malcolm Stewart is in it. One of the mean sisters from Home Alone is in it. It's not, there are no surprises here. There's no twists. There's no fresh turns or whatever. But I think that for people who like these kind of warm, harmless Christmas movies that have the little bit of light romance and, a little bit of comedy, I think it's fine for what it is. I'm not a super huge fan of these kind of movies, but, the Danza, I had to do it. The DVD is pretty old. It's from the early 2000s. So it looks fine. At least it's anamorphic widescreen, which is good. No extras, but it's a budget title. I think like $5 on Amazon or something like that. So that's my review of Stealing Christmas. It's formulaic, but again, I think you just know. I mean, you know whether or not you like Christmas movies like this. If you do, you'll like this one. If you don't, it's probably not going to make a fan out of you unless you're just a huge fan of the Danza like I am. I mean, I got to see and review every Tony Danza movie. So thanks a lot for watching this video. If you want to read my full write-up of Stealing Christmas, you can go to my website, markfusion.com, and check that out, as well as thousands of other movie reviews, including some other Tony Danza epics. You can also check out hundreds of movie reviews right here on my YouTube playlist. I'm working on getting more Tony Danza up. Dropping a sub is a huge way to directly support me. I'd greatly appreciate that. You can also use my website links, affiliate through Amazon to help me out that way. But thank you so much for watching this video for Stealing Christmas as we work our way through the career of Tony Danza. So thank you so much for watching this one. I greatly appreciate it. Hopefully I'll see you guys soon.